A dysfunctional culture of mismanagement, the breakdown of scrutiny and accountability, putting the spending of public funds at risk.
These were the damning conclusions of a report into Liverpool City Council. At the centre, the Liverpool Mayor Joe Anderson. He spent the last decade at the top of Liverpool politics, but in December he was arrested, accused of bribery and witness intimidation. Suspended by the Labour Party, his reign as mayor effectively over. Since that report was released, he's been silent. Until now. How did it get to this point?
There's many hours I've spent trying to understand and unpick why I'm in the position that I'm in. But I'm going to defend my legacy, and I'm going to defend what I've done, because I've done nothing wrong. I'm proud to have been the leader and mayor of a city with colleagues in the Labour administration that's completely transformed our city, and it's something that we should be proud of.
Have you ever taken a bribe?
No, never. Never taken a bribe. Nor would I.
People described the setup to us as sort of mafia-like, you know, a small group of people making decisions outside of the rules, and if you spoke out, you were in trouble.
Well, yeah, I just don't accept that. Seriously, I do not accept that at all. And the reality is that, you know, it is far from what I see and what I've seen and what other people have.
The report looked at 65 different Liverpool Council projects, including one to demolish this flyover, during which a company run by David Anderson, Joe Anderson's son, was awarded a lucrative council contract, albeit via another company. David Anderson has insisted that his father's political position had absolutely no bearing on him getting the work, and strongly denies any wrongdoing. He is currently seeking legal advice on defamation.
These are questions, I think, for Channel 4 or anybody else to ask directly of SSC, my son's company, and I'm sure he will respond and provide that evidence. You were sort of top of the chain at the time, and your son's being employed by the council. Can you see how it looks bad? Well, there's a lot
from
of
the
things,
outside.
There's a lot of things that people would like to claim look bad. What I can say to you, right to you face to face, is did I have any influence or any involvement in assisting my son get work from Liverpool City Council or contractors or subcontractors? The answer to that is absolutely not.
So you had no idea that people in the council asked for your son's company to be brought into a council project?
Absolutely not. No idea, no knowledge of it at all.
Another case was the missing Tarm Academy, a training facility for apprentice road workers that was promised by Joe Anderson but never materialised. The council spent over £4 million buying land to enable private companies to make it happen, but they never did. Another case of taxpayer cash wasted, according to the independent report. Mr Anderson has a different view.
That land value was going to go up.
So that land wasn't bought for Tarm Academy,
no,
it was bought as an investment?
Absolutely not. It was bought as an investment.
It says in council documents at the time that it was bought for Tarm Academy.
No. Well,
£4 million worth of land was bought with the idea that a Tarm Academy was going to be built, and then it never...
That is not true. That is not true. I am absolutely clear that is not true. There was nothing untoward or nothing fishy or nothing wrong with that deal to buy that land for that Tarm Academy.
It just went wrong?
It just went wrong.
Why did you get rid of the Mayoral Scrutiny Committee?
I dropped it because the vast majority of my time was taken up by the Green Party questioning me on the bus lanes.
When we looked at some of the minutes, there were a lot of things that came up about developments.
Well, look,
in the Mayoral, it wasn't all about bus lanes. There was a lot of things about buildings, developments.
There may well have been. Every one of those things, in terms of what might have been discussed there, could have been discussed at Select Committee, could have been discussed at the Regeneration Select Committee, could have been discussed at full council, could have been discussed at cabinet meetings. So don't try to give the impression that it was suppressing scrutiny.
Is your political career over now?
I guess so. I mean, and I think, you know, for me, it's whether I've got an appetite after the way I've been treated. I've witnessed my family go through hell. You know, my grandson being questioned in school, you know, saying your dad's, you know, being arrested by the police. You know, my faith has kept me going, and my friends, and people who are willing to listen, and people who are willing to accept the truth. And it's a belief that the truth will come out that keeps me going.
Joe Anderson is now putting together a line-by-line rebuttal of all the allegations that were made against him in the government-commissioned report. The police investigation, which saw him arrested, is still ongoing.